Last part in this video are algorithm. Algorithm is what? Algorithm is a finite set of instructions which we can use to perform certain operations. So to solve particular problem, we have to drag it down to the step-by-step instructions. And if we follow the steps, then we can come to the conclusion of the output. So if we consider algorithm, we have to think about the step-by-step process. A general life example is if I want to make a tea, the step-by-step process is the same way we follow to make a tea. So first we will collect water, we have to collect a pot, then we can use the sugar, water, then milk powder as well as other milk. So these materials we can add, burn this stove, and then we can have a tea. So the steps we need to follow the particular thing to be achieved, then we call it as an algorithm. So what is an algorithm? So algorithm is having some certain set of inputs and we have to follow certain set of instructions to get the output. So here the input is here and there is the output. So this is the step-by-step process which algorithm we follow to get the output. So what are the characteristics of algorithm? So characteristics of algorithms are these inputs always been well defined. Okay, whatever the inputs we want, that should be well defined. If I wanted to check the even or odd number, so I have to take the input as number. So it is an integer format on one integer number. If I wanted to check the student's record, it is a structured data that we have to take as an input. So input must be a well defined, must be a well defined output, must be a inputs or data and instructions are clear, unambiguity must be there. A finiteness always be required because we should have the limited number of instructions, not infinite, to complete the task. And always remember this, algorithm doesn't depend on the language. So we can have the algorithm first written, then we can use any language to perform the output. Same data must be an algorithm must be a physical one. So how to create an algorithm? There are steps. First, we have to find the problem on which we have to solve. Second, the constraints. Constraint means what? There are some kind of a constraint we must follow. That it must be a cold coffee. If a cold coffee is there, it must be a cold. If it is hot coffee, it must be hot. The constraint identifies that we have the conditions to be used. Like if I wanted to check the person is eligible for voting or not. The constraints are 18 above age. So that is the constraint. Input to my program, algorithm, and output of my algorithm. The problem, input to the problem, output from the problem which we solve, and the solution what we get. So this is the algorithm to develop. So next is, if we consider an example of add three numbers, print the sum of number. Let's see the algorithm. So these are the steps we have to follow. I am going to tell you how to write the algorithm and then we will stop the lecture. Okay. The first, a start and end are the instruction in my algorithm, first and last instruction. Then algorithm is what? I have to take the three number and print the sum of it. So here second instruction is what? Declare the three numbers. Okay, num1, num2, num3. Why we are taking these numbers? Because there are three inputs numbers. Okay, so we took the three numbers and then we need to perform the addition. So we are asking from the user. Okay, so we first declare. Here declaration is there. Here is declaration. Then we are taking the input from the user, num1, num2, num3 respectively. And the next last is we are performing the addition. Okay, so we are declaring one more variable sum in which we copy the result of three numbers. We copy the result of three numbers and then we add the three numbers. Okay, then we add the three numbers and the store that result in a sum. With this, we print the value of sum into the, we print the addition to the user and then end. So this way we can perform the addition of numbers. Thank you. So algorithm help us to solve the particular problem. It is a step by step process. With this we stop the lecture.